everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adesola. For those of you who are new to my channel, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now. Like if you like this video, comment, share and subscribe. Welcome to another exciting episode of Legal Monday. So Legal Monday is a show on my YouTube channel where I get to talk about legal terms that everyone should know. These are terms commonly used in and out of the court that every individual should know. For today, I'll be talking about one of the oldest contracts ever in history. I'll be talking about marriage. Yes, I'd like us to know that there are different types of marriage. We have the statutory law marriage, the customary law marriage, and the Islamic law marriage. Even though people often fuse Islamic law marriage together with customary law marriage, they are not the same thing. They just have some similarities. In Nigeria, a lot of people prefer statutory law marriage to customary law marriage or to Islamic law marriage, and this is because of the advantages of conducting a statutory law marriage, such as settlement of properties, custody of children, and other advantages that the statutory law marriage provides even after dissolution of such marriage. Yes. For there to be a valid marriage, there has to be, the coming together of two individuals, two parties, two materials, just like the making of this shirt, to create a valid marriage contract. My focus for today is the statutory law marriage according to the Nigerian law. So first, I'd like us to know that you cannot marry twice under the act. I'd like everybody to know that statutory law marriage is monogamous. No such thing as court marriage. However, there is the statutory law marriage, that is marriage under the act. So the only time where you have to go to court is if you want to dissolve the marriage, and in that case you have to go to the court. But if you are talking about, creation of marriage, it is called statutory law marriage. Under the statutory law, marriage is a union between a man and a woman, one man and one woman, to the exclusion of all others. That is, no side chicks. What else is involved? In Nigeria, it is strictly one man and one woman. So promise to marry is like promise to create legal relationship, promise to contract. Yeah, so it means that when there is a breach of that promise, the other party decide to sue the other party. It means that if there is a promise to marry, someone already promised to marry you, and the person breached that promise, you may sue that. Moving on to consent. So consent is required for a marriage to be valid. Of course, if a minor is looking at getting married, there is the need for consent from the parents of such minor. However, if such person is no longer a minor, that is, the person has attained marital age, under the statutes, not under customary law, that's a different ball game. There is no need for consent of parents. Anyone who wants to get married under the act must follow. Anyone who wants to get married under the act must follow strictly, basically. So moving on and talking about celebration of a statutory law marriage. For a statutory law marriage to be valid, there has to be celebration of that marriage. Celebration of a statutory law marriage could be in the registrar's office, a licensed place of worship, a place of special license, or the consular's office, or diplomatic mission, basically. So for the registrar's office, it has to be in the registrar's office, that is the marriage registrar's office. It has to be between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So any marriage celebrated in the registrar's office outside of this time frame is invalid because it doesn't meet the requirement of the law. A licensed place of worship. One, the place of worship must be licensed. How do you know if your place of worship is licensed? Ask your ask your pastor, your reverend, or whoever is in charge of your of your church or a worship center. It could be a mosque, and I must ask those in charge if it is licensed, basically. So anywhere of worship that has license. Number 2 is that it must be between the hours of 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Any marriage conducted or celebrated 7 a.m. is invalid, 9 p.m. is invalid. The space has to be open, the windows must be opened, the doors must be opened. It must not be a marriage celebrated in secrecy. There has to be 2 witnesses there. So not just in secret, like don't tell anybody, nobody must come. It's a small wedding, so it's just me and my husband, then the pastor. The person joining the husband and the wife together must be a pastor or the head person in that church or in that mosque or in that place of worship. If I wanted to get married in a Baptist church and I went to bring a pastor from Redeemed Christian Church of God to Baptist church and say join the husband and the wife together, that is invalid. So we move on to special license. For special license, it's quite straightforward basically. So it means that all you need to do is go to the marriage registry. After all the processes or the procedures, request for a blank certificate. Tell them you are going to celebrate your marriage in a special place. It could be anywhere of your choice. Be in a private jet, there has to be at least 2 witnesses. Yeah, basically. So that is that. And for that, in the consular's office, it's a little bit different. A marriage is often celebrated in the consular's office where one of the persons getting married is Nigerian and they want to conduct a Nigerian wedding but not in Nigeria, basically. So it has the same effect as a Nigerian wedding, but they are not. In Nigeria, marriage cannot just be cannot be dissolved by mere packing your things and going, not living together for months or something. It really doesn't work like that. That is still separation until there is dissolution of marriage, total dissolution of marriage. That marriage still stands. So that should be noted. It has to be that the marriage has broken down irretrievably. So yes, thank you all for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any question, addition, whatsoever, please comment. If you know anyone who needs to see this video, please share this video to them. Do not be stingy. If you have not yet subscribed, subscribe now. Click that button now.